everybody, this is Master Games 22 and we're about to do a review on Super Mario 64. I have here Raymond, aka BONESIV, and me and him are about to give y'all the down low on whether or not if it's good or bad.
Or horrible.
That too. Alright, so what we're going to start off with is the story. How the story starts off is that Mario receives a letter from Princess Peach. This letter is asking him to come over basically to hang out and eat some cake that she made for him. Nothing new there, right? But as he arrives at the castle, he comes to find that everybody has been trapped within the walls and paintings of the whole castle. And so Mario now has the task of trying to travel through the castle into different paintings, pictures, walls, and even some statues to find power stars, which are placed all throughout the worlds within the paintings and such. What do you think about the story?
I think the story serves the purpose of the game very well. It gives you the good setup. It helps create a world for you to explore, in a sense.
Do you feel it gives enough of a reason and interest in why to progress further through the game?
In a sense, I feel as though the story could do more, but it provides enough incentive for the person to actually want to finish the game. I feel as though the gameplay is the biggest incentive to finish the game. The story is more just, a kind of side effect of the game itself, just because it feels as though it needs it.
Well, that's what brings us to the next subject about the gameplay. In this game, you are given 2 new already adjusted features for Mario. He's now able to punch, kick, and dive, which adds a lot towards his gameplay mechanics compared to his past games, where only jumping and running was his real mechanic.
Don't forget about the fireballs.
Yeah. So in this one, you have to utilize those abilities to help you progress through the game, whether it's taking down bosses or solving puzzles. Some new features that were added in the game was also the cap and what was that?
The most important feature of them all, the addition of a 3rd dimension, of course.
Well, that's true, because 3D did have a great effect in the game. This was the first 3D game, so yeah. You basically have to think ahead with the way you plan your jumps, because how far you jump could be overtaken if you're not keeping a good eye on what's going on around you. The game mechanics with the caps I kind of liked, even though it took away the old abilities. I still liked it because it was something new,
Yeah,
With the addition of new abilities, you also got new power-ups, and I like the ability to fly. And you're flying this time in a 3D dimension. Like the old games, they had the flying,
the cape,
and then they had the flying
feather,
Tanuki tail.
I think that's only in the newer ones. Was it in the older ones?
No, it was in the older ones.
Oh yeah, that's right.
3. You're thinking the other ones, Super Mario 3D, but that's a whole nother game right there. But I liked the addition of those abilities. They had the metal cap too, and the ability to go invincible.
It almost gave it like a Metroid style effect to the gameplay, in a sense that you would go back to older worlds and use new abilities that you have recently found in order to obtain new power stars.
Yeah,
it really helped to expand on the gameplay and the replayability of it.
Yeah, I can agree about that. And in a way, it was almost like they were trying to recreate a Super Mario world, but using the castle itself.
Exactly.
As the layout. Because this is the first time you're actually starting off at the castle and trying to,
obtain the princess from there.
Yeah. So that was a different
that
concept
also gave
to go
it
about.
A tad bit more of a relaxed feeling in a sense.
Yeah, because you had the freedom to choose where to go and such. Next up would be music and the soundtrack. For me, I don't know about you, Ray, but the music was something really great. It was something I believe can hold its own even up in this time. It had a way of throwing in the classic Mario feel it gives for the old gamers, and then it also had a way of bringing in new people who haven't really played a Mario game. And the tracks were just something that you wouldn't think even possible for even a Mario game to pull off. An example for me would be Dire Dire Docks. That's a favorite of mine. One of our other members, the Mixed Mongrel, she loves that track. She practically has it on her phone.
She definitely has it.
And has it for a lot of people, even you, Ray. Back to this. One of the most creative ones that I felt was the final boss theme. It had the greatest atmosphere that you would be looking for inside of a game, with its orchestra, piano, and such. And it really fit the mood of, this is it. This is the final boss. You have to win right here to save the princess. Everyone, just everyone. And of course, it works out with the gameplay too, of how powered up the Bowser is, and you just have to give your all. And it's just something I really found was great. It was a great mashup, I guess I could say, to put together
in the game in a sense.
Yeah, in the game
to have the climax for it. I can agree for the majority of the songs. I felt as though there were a couple, were a little lackluster in comparison. But as a whole, the soundtrack definitely holds up still. A ton of great songs in it. I really like the one in the Dry Wet World. That one's gonna stick out next to the Dire Dire Docks. It's probably one of the ones that sticks out the most to me.
I feel I can agree with you on that. I also liked the fact that they kept the same, concept with, how you hear enemies die and such.
Just a different sound effect.
Yeah, just in some ways improved. Like stepping on a Goomba, you still, or like having one chase after you, this is what a Goomba would sound like. Even if I stepped on it and stuff. And same for the Koopas and such. So I thought that was a really good addition. So, in our final critique, for me, I find this game holds itself up even up to this day and time. There's good replay value, there's fun platforming, there's puzzles, and lastly enough, a good music score. And when you put all that together, I find you got a really great 3D adventure game. If you haven't played a Mario game, I would recommend this right off the bat, especially for anyone looking for something more 3D genre. This was like a real pickup to me as a 3D game. And it's something that I would find as a whole lunchbox that I would give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what
I'll give this game my whole lunchbox.
You give this joint, wait. You saying you give this joint your whole lunchbox?
My whole lunchbox.
Not just your Capri Sun.
Nah.
Not just that ham and turkey sandwich, son.
No.
Not just your banana.
Nope.
Not just your freaking little Cheez-It crackers.
I don't eat those no more, but I'll give it.
You give them that?
Yeah.
You give this thing your whole lunchbox.
Yes.
That's well deserved.
What do you say?
I must concur. Full lunchbox.
That's 2 lunchboxes you get from 2 gamers of the lunchbox group. Super Mario 64, great job. Keep it up, Nintendo. This is Master Games 22 signing out.
BONESIV.
Catch you later. Later, and I ain't a hater, but this guy's a hater, but I'm Raider. We're not putting this in because I can't figure out how to pause it. I can't figure out how to pause it. I can't figure